This tutorial is fake. This man is fake. It's just as well. You wouldn't want to see him on a dark night, or sit around the table. No doubt you'd be bored to tears. And now, ladies and gentlemen, right-wing radio conspiracy nut.
Thank you, dear announcer. I resent what you said, but no doubt I'll come back to that at a later date. Today I'd like to talk about something freedom fighters that's been going on. For the last 2 or 3 years, we've been infected with a nasty virus, but the virus isn't Australian. Corona. What kind of name's Corona? When I think of coronavirus, I think of a Mexican drink that I'm not entirely impartial to, but I could take or leave. And no doubt I think of the car, the Toyota Corona. I brought my daughter the first Corona to learn to drive in. It shuddered and shook and was rusty as all hell, but it kind of gave her a bit of a start. And that was until the day the gear stick jammed up and she crashed into a wall and went arse over tit. She cried for an hour and a half and said she'd never drive again. I had to convince her rather quickly to drop this notion. Australians drive, I said to her. Australians drive because it's the right and Australian thing to do. Driving in your car. But I digress from the basis of my scripted talk this morning. This virus is not Australian. Now, if this virus came from the Simpson Desert, I'd be much more happier. Even though we'd still be infected at record numbers, it'd be still something I could call Australian. It wouldn't have that foreign ring. I could just picture my virus, sitting around a barbecue with his mates wearing an Akuma hat, sculling back beers and talking about the cricket. But no, not Omicron. Omicron and all these other Greek letters, these are foreign letters. Why do we have them in Australia? Why can't we call them some kind of Australian words like kangaroo virus, bandicoot variant? Why can't we call them something like that? Now, I know what people are going to say. Marsupials are actually found around the world. However, I think bandicoot is a rather Australian kind of thing. My opponents ring in and say that I digress too frequently, that I often sound like I'm getting tied up in knots and getting tied up in bundles. They say you should use a script, you silly man. They say you're a nut job. Well, maybe I am, but maybe I just believe that in these times that we should have something that's remotely Australian. Coronavirus is not remotely Australian. It's another foreign import. Another foreign import. How would they like it if we took a bogong moth, dropped it in Mexico, and then lived to see what happened with the Mexican moth? Maybe that's what we should get. They gave us coronavirus. Corona's a name that comes from Mexico. Corona's an alcohol that comes from Mexico. Not a very nice one, but I think I already said that 20 minutes earlier. I've been talking about this for quite a while now, and no doubt you're getting pretty bored, so I might open the open line and see what the excellent callers have to say about the un-Australian nature of coronavirus. We've already lost so much to the foreign influence. My daughter-in-law tried to serve me something called fondue the other day. I wasn't really partial to it. It didn't contain bega cheese. It had brie and something else. I'm not really in favour of foreign cheeses at the dinner table, nor do I really like the idea of spaghetti. More foreign muck that's been brought in after the Second World War. Take garlic. Every Australian uses garlic now because we've been garlicised by the garlic lobby, the big garlic lobby that has foreign influence. However, it's just not exactly what we need at the moment. What we need is Australian things. Australian viruses, Australian infections. That's right, an Australian infection. Why don't we call it the Akuma virus? It might have more of an Australian ring. Oh, Jesus, that's bloody hard work. Oh, God, I tell you what, I'm just saying, this is bullshit. This is total bullshit. I've screwed up this recording royally. I had it all scripted in my head. Tutorial, bloody tutorial. Just working on a sip of coffee. This thing was all in my head. You know, worked out what I wanted to say. I don't like scripts. This is the result. Jesus. Oh, I'm just going to piss off now.